All right, guys. I guess this is recording. I believe it is. All right. I guess I don't know. I'm using for more really good stuff, but yeah. So let's. I'm just gonna last minute thoughts on this stuff. All right. So Anthony Ivy versus Christian Aguilera. I mean, I went through this. I mean, I gotta stick with Anthony Ivy. I think he's gonna grind out the decision. Okay. You know, Christian Aguilera. Christian Aguilera is not the Christian Aguilera, but this guy, he's good. He wants to get, he'll get some takedowns of his own. Goes, land some shots. But Anthony Ivy, I think, on the feet and on the ground, I think he'll have more of an advantage. I think, especially on the ground, I think he'll just kind of grind him out. I think we're gonna see Anthony Ivy is not afraid of making the fight ugly and even going boring. He sticks to the game plan and gets done. I think he'll grind him out, man. That's my pick. Tyson Nam versus Zaruk Adeshev, man, dude. This one's tough because you know what, Tyson Nam, it's hard to go with him, but I guess it's also kind of hard to go against him because I feel like Adeshev is getting disrespected. I'm sorry, Nam is getting disrespected by people, you know, betting on Adeshev in this. I mean, Adeshev's coming in, he's coming in, very late notice, right? He's not in the best of fight shape. He's a lot smaller, and he's got power. His kickboxing looks good, but I think Tam has experience. He has the larger frame. He's obviously gonna be a taller guy, and I think his boxing, it looks good, man. I think he should have the crisper striking. I think Adeshev's hope is like to get Nam out in the first round. I think he's not like gonna be like a Sergio Pettis where he's gonna be picking him apart like on the feet, just kicking from a distance, playing that game where Nam's gonna be, happy to try to stand on the feet, trying to look for that one picture perfect KO punch. He just sets up too much. I wish Nam would have more output. So actually, like I said, I like to go for the underdog. I want to go for Nam, but I mean, I don't want to go against him. I don't want to bet on Adeshev, dude, coming in low. I mean, I think Nam, if he weathers the storm in the first, he should be, he should have the better cardio, be much better condition because he's actually prepared for this fight, and I feel like he'll be able to, pick his shots. I mean, if Adeshev gets tired, he'll be easier to pick his shots against. So I'm actually siding with Nam in this. I changed because with his big changes in his card. But I feel like you could sprinkle a little bit on him just because he's an underdog. I believe he's an underdog now, or is he a favorite now? No, wait, I'm sorry. Last time I checked, he was a favorite, but I feel like the line might have moved a bit. You might want to check on that, see if the price is good for you, depending on what betting website you get and what the timing you're betting on it. But I think Tyson Nam is worth sprinkling a little bit on, or just like stay away from this. Now I'm just like if he just looked better, man. If he just would set up, use a jab more and stuff, but. Yeah, I don't want to go against him though. I mean, come on a 3-fight losing streak. You know what I mean? I mean, he's got to have the fire under his butt to try to get this, going. But Julia Avila versus Gina Mazzani, I've talked about this before, but Avila should be the lock-in on this, man. I mean, crazy odds. I mean, she's the favorite for a reason. I mean, Mazzani is not going to be able to get her out anywhere, right? On the ground and on the feet, I think Avila has the advantage. I think Mazzani, she's was cut from the UFC, comes back, and I feel like Mazzani, like. She wins against opponents that have like pretty much no ground game or not going to be so imposing, but she's tough. But I mean, I think Julia Avila is just like it's like what Mazzani wishes she could be. Like she's like the heavier hitter. She grinds you out. I mean, like her striking, she will get hit. She'll take a shot to give one, but she's gonna be the more heavy-handed one. And her clinch work is really great. Like she'll actually set it up really well. Use her head to kind of, I think it's just a lot better. Like I can go into detail a lot more, but just getting kind of tired, just trying to get this out last minute. But yeah, Julia Avila, I don't see how Mazzani is going to get this done, guys. I don't see how. But I think you can put her in a parlay, but you're not going to much out of it, I'm sure. Flying super heavy. Merab Dvalishvili. I'm always going to mess up this name. I'm tired right now. Against Gustavo Lopez, another late notice entry into here. Gustavo Lopez, I mean, he has power in the hands, and he'll go for takedowns as well, but Merab just has much a different range of striking. He'll have more kicks. He's explosive. He's short, stocky, guy, and I think his ground game is going to be is better than Gustavo Lopez, especially on this short notice. I feel like Gustavo Lopez kind of thrown into this. I think he should have come in going up against lesser opponents, maybe build himself up. But yeah, I think Merab's going to get it done, man. I can't go against him in this. No way. I mean, Gustavo Lopez has a puncher's chance. I mean, he could land. He's really heavy-handed, but I think Merab. I mean, I think he'll just survive it, land some hard shots of his own, land some nice, sneaky kicks, get it down. I think he'll grind him out. He'll get it done. Going on to the main card, guys. So Maria Agapova versus Hannah Cifers, another one. I mean, Agapova is a favorite for a reason. I think like she's green and everything. I mean, but she's looking improving. The striking's looking nice. Simon Cypress is just very undersized. She's like 2 weight classes above where she should be, right? I mean, if you look at the face-off, Maria Agapova looked like to be much larger frame. You know, she's gonna have the reach advantage as well, obviously, and she's looking in good shape. Cypher's really tough, strong girl, but like that only gets you so far. I think Agapova is gonna have the crisper striking, and she makes it ugly. Like she'll get hit, of course, but she likes to throw a lot into there. I mean, she's not the heaviest handed, but she'll throw a lot. But you can see she's throwing with bad intention. She'll throw her whole body weight, twist into it, and she'll grind out. Even on the ground too, she's scrappier. I think she'll kind of use her frame to kind of just overpower Cyphers. I think she's a favorite for a reason. I think you could parlay her, but yeah, I'm very big favorite though. Jordan Espinosa versus Mark De La Rosa. Man, I was on the fence as a pick 'em too. I was not gonna lie, I was leaning towards Jordan Espinosa, but I've actually kind of been. I was still streaming and people were talking about it, like, or different people to give me different opinions. Like even like BK was talking about that, and Mark De La Rosa. I wouldn't be surprised. Mark De La Rosa's like stuck. He's got he lands some heavy shots. He'll eat some shots, and this kind of he just needs that one shot to really kind of hurt his opponent. At least like change the momentum of the fight. And yeah, he looked pretty good. I mean, he beat Sergio Pettis for God's sakes. Like, I mean, yeah, I think I was going for Espinosa, but I'm kind of leaning towards De La Rosa now. I've been back and forth in my mind about this fight, for the past few days. But yeah, I feel like I'm sorry. I rather like today, I've been looking at De La Rosa for a while, but yeah, I think I'm going to lean toward De La Rosa, but I think it's a pick 'em. I don't think it's a really strong. You can't really put your money in this and feel too confident either way. Andrew Fili versus Charles Jourdain. I think like Andrew Fili is just going to get it done. I think he's a favorite for the reason. I think it's a little too steep, the line, because Andrew Fili does have holes, but I think he's kind of come to his own. Really, grown up. Like he's like what? How is he like 29 or something? He's going to be 30. Like he's like 29, 28. Like so, he's been in the UFC. He's that greenness has gone away, and he has a really great jab, and he's got the team alpha male. Always training the takedown, so I think he'll be able to charge Jourdain. I mean, he's really game. He exposed Dohojoy, but I think it's just because he's really gritty. He'll eat some shots, and I think he kind of spams it a bit much. I think Jourdain's just a little too green, maybe a little too predictable. I think Fili should be the more experienced person, though, landing the jab and getting the takedowns. I think, yeah, I think Fili's a favorite for a reason. I feel like he's going to get it done, man. I think Jourdain is a good prospect. I think he'll grow from the loss and kind of move on up. But at this point, I think in their careers, Andrew Fili should have the advantage. Charles Rosa versus Kevin Aguilar. Jeez Louise, man. There's another one too. I was leaning towards Aguilar the whole time because Rosa, he's no slouch. So he has a BJJ, his karate style. Like, I mean, at the kicks, he has more varied strikes. Aguilar, for all intents and purposes, on the feet is going to be a boxer. He has a leg out to get chopped up, but Rosa doesn't land the heaviest of leg kicks all the time, but he will land them. And he has switch kicks. He'll have a looping shot where he kind of ducks down and lands a looping shot. I think he'll kind of mix it up for Aguilar, and he can make it like a karate point style fight. Charles Rosa lacks power though, and also even a snap to his kicks. Like he does have flexibility and a variety, but like I've said before, that's why I chose Bryce Mitchell over him, and I got that right. I got that bet, cashed out for me. It's good. I didn't think Charles Rosa would get dominated that bad though. The feet on the ground. I'm sorry, but yeah, like I said, I think Charles Rosa should have the advantage on the ground. But Aguilar, he used to play football. He's gonna be the stronger, more heavy-handed guy with a reach advantage, and I think his wrestling could neutralize the BJJ of Charles Rosa, but Charles Rosa's sneaky. I think he could keep it on the feet. I was almost thinking of, to be quite frankly, parlaying Aguilar, but talked to different people on the stream, right? They're telling me different things, and I felt like Rosa was getting disrespected, just like Nam on the line. I thought, you know what, he could submit him if Aguilar's overzealous. He could totally submit him, and also on the feet too. He has that more elusive style. I mean, but I could just see one thing is like I see Rosa like getting the first round. And maybe in the second round, Aguilar kind of picks up the pace and just kind of, KOs him or TKOs him, right, with the heavy hands. So I think I'm going to stay away from it. But you could sprinkle some money on Rosa as an underdog because from a betting perspective, I think he's being disrespected. Carl Robertson versus Martin Vettori. Man, I was feeling, when they first were initially going to fight, I was feeling Vettori. I had a breakdown video on that. I broke it down pretty well. Used the pictures of their fights. And, yeah, I feel good about that breakdown. But as far as the information given, but Vettori, he's going to be heated. Robertson, the second time going, he didn't even care about missing weight. He's caving, over, and I think he could be the heavier guy in the cage. And I think Vettori. I think from training, trying to get the weight down. It's the second time around doing it, right, in a short amount of time. Because UFC 249, they're supposed to be fighting. Carl Robinson misses weight, gets sick, he can't make it or something, and Vittoria's like heated, trying to fight him in the lobby or something of the hotel. But so I think Vittoria, when he's peaking, like when you're training so hard as a fighter, or as a competitor, right? You train so hard for that game day, for the fight day, and then you kind of reach that peak, and then you kind of come off that, right? You kind of relax and go back to your training gradually. But I think Vittoria maybe could be spent from that. Maybe it's like putting your body to too much wear and tear. Maybe as Carl Robinson's just like F it, I'm just gonna be overweight. But I feel like I still like. I think Vittoria's never like. It's not like a crazy phenom in any of the skills, but I think he's well rounded. Like he has the ground game, he has the fundamental striking. I think he should be better. Like Carl Robinson like has like guys slick kicks, but I think he's kind of for all intents purposes. I think Carl Robinson's really dangerous in that first round, but I think once that first round's gone, if you weather the storm, I think you can kind of grind him out. I mean, he gives up, he gets taken down, fairly easily. I think especially by someone like Vittoria, I think he'll be able to get it. Use his size and everything, but yeah, I still got to lean with Vittoria. Just kind of big of a favorite. I don't know. I mean, you could spend sprinkle a little money on Robertson as an underdog, because I mean that size, that missing weight could benefit him. But like I said, lately I feel like it's almost like missing weight can either help you or hurt you. You know what I mean? It just depends. It's almost like a flip of a coin, really. I'm like, let's be honest, guys. There was a time where people were talking about how missing weight was a bit advantage. Like, oh, percentage wise, the majority of them win their fights. Yeah, but lately, if you look, not really. There's been fighters that miss weight and then lose it, right? I mean, so I don't know. I feel like I'm still leaning towards Vittoria. I think he should get them, but I wouldn't be surprised if Robinson maybe gets a lot of success in the first round and kind of sets some momentum. Maybe even KOs him in the first round. Who knows? But that exercise could help him defend the takedowns. Speaking of missing weight, Jesus Christ, man. Jessica Eye versus Cynthia Calvillo. When this fight was first announced, I was leaning towards Eye, but she looks so horrible. She's like going to cry on the scale, missing weight. And it doesn't always mean she's gonna lose. Like Aspen Ladd lost weight and looked terrible on the scales. Like could barely look the same, like pretty much almost as bad. Well, actually, I think Aspen Ladd even looked worse. Really, she was like, doubled on over. Like she was, slouching because she was in so much pain. Jessica Eye looked like she was gonna cry the whole time. And posed said, "Sorry guys, I can't stand right now." Like I mean, that's not good. You want to hear that? But I'm actually leaning towards Calvillo now. Maybe. I mean, I think maybe Jessica Eye seems like recovered from that, but I was leaning towards Eye. I think Jessica Eye because her frame and she's like, her mentally striking has, looks pretty good, decent. Like I feel like Calvillo's striking looks really lackluster, and I think her only path to victory is grinding it out. But I thought Jessica Eye's frame could help her, and she's scrappy, she's athletic, so I thought she could, she could get a decision. But Calvillo, I'm kind of almost favoring her because Jessica Eye, that weight cut, man, you don't want to bet on someone that has a bad weight cut like that. I mean, Aspen Ladd still got it, but some fighters do. Like I said, it's a flip of the coin. Either, I mean, I wouldn't mind if it was like a bad weight cut where they look kind of like, it's kind of tough, rough weight cut, but yeah, they'll rehydrate. But I mean, when you look like you're gonna cry or something, I don't know. I mean, I remember Sales fought Bryce. I remember when I saw that weight cut. I remember Sales looked really bad, like not crying, but you could tell he was just not there. He just did not look good. He looked like kind of drained. Like you could tell he was just not. Didn't look like he was getting ready for a fight. He was more like looked just kind of sickly. And people were saying, "Oh, Bryce looks sunken in." He's like, "Oh, he always he looks a little sunken in, but he rehydrates." There's differences, Like I think when someone looks really bad, when you can tell they look sickly, or if they're crying, gosh, look like they're gonna cry. I mean, I'm kind of edging towards Calvillo, but I feel like this is a pick'em too, man. It's women's MMA, and with this crazy time for gambling, with we don't have training with the quarantine going on, with the coronavirus like shutting down a lot of places, making it hard to train with people. And then just guy has a terrible weight cut. I mean, I feel like you gotta kind of side with Calvillo in this now, right? But betting it, I don't know, guys. That's my take, man. I just look. You can choose some that probably choose the one that you really feel confident on. Let's enjoy the fights, and I hope our bets at least get some profit. Let's get at least some profit, right? Right, guys. All right, take it easy. Thanks, man.